Here's your wrestling news for January 28th, 2026. Your headlines for today include what WWE cameras missed after Raw with AJ Styles and CM Punk, WWE Creative Backlash erupts over Sami Zayn push, Triple H under fire, major update on Rey Mysterio's knee injury, Royal Rumble status revealed, MJF fires back at Andrade with shocking divorce reference, possible spoiler leaks on former WWE Champion's Royal Rumble status, WWE 2K6 release date and cover star rumored major leak. What happened to Aaron Stevens, aka Damien Sandow? WWE quietly cancels Big Show, and more. Monday Night Raw ended in chaos with Finn Bálor attacking CM Punk during his World Heavyweight Championship defense against AJ Styles. But once the broadcast went off the air, the atmosphere inside Toronto's Scotiabank Arena shifted in a very different direction. Following the conclusion of the show, Styles and Punk remained in the ring for an off-air moment that felt personal and unscripted. Styles took the microphone and addressed Punk directly, thanking him while reflecting on their shared history, drawing a strong emotional response from the live crowd.
I had some hard times, but I'm so grateful that you and I were in this ring tonight. And I want to tell you and thank you so much. I love you, brother. For everybody who stayed, I know today, last night, was hard travel, bad weather. We appreciate you all showing up here. This place is sold out. And look, I don't know what happens in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia when AJ Styles takes on Gunther. I just know that I'm going to be glued to the monitor watching just like all of you. And I mean this when I say it, AJ. I whispered it to you earlier, I don't care who knows it publicly. It has been a privilege to know you. It's a privilege to call you a friend. It's an honor to share the ring with you. I speak as a fan. I hope Saturday's not it. But if it is, man, what a hell of a career. I love you, brother. Thank you.
Toronto responded with a standing ovation as the moment unfolded. The segment closed with Styles and Punk embracing in the ring, a quiet and respectful scene that resonated deeply with fans in attendance, especially given the decades-long paths the two have shared across professional wrestling. Rey Mysterio's injury scare on Monday Night Raw initially appeared to involve his shoulder, but further clarification later confirmed the issue was related to his knee. The injury occurred during Mysterio's match against Austin Theory when the veteran went down while executing a Hurricane Rana to the outside of the ring. The referee immediately threw up the X signal, and Mysterio was helped to the back, indicating a potential legitimate injury. Following the show, Bryan Alvarez provided an update on Wrestling Observer Radio, noting that the early indications were positive. The early signs of the injury are trending in an optimistic direction, and the injury itself is a slight niggle and it's not serious. Alvarez later added that Mysterio has since been cleared for action. That update was reinforced when Mysterio posted a photo on Instagram showing himself on a plane alongside Penta and Dragon Lee, confirming he is en route to Saudi Arabia for the Royal Rumble this Saturday. With clearance now confirmed, Mysterio's availability for Royal Rumble weekend appears intact, easing concerns after what initially looked like a serious moment on Raw. Mysterio wasn't the only one dealing with an injury scare on Raw. WWE Women's Champion Stephanie Vaquer also looked like she may have tweaked her ankle during a high-impact spot in the six-woman tag team match earlier in the night. While she went on to brawl with Raquel Rodriguez in later backstage segments, there was noticeable discomfort during a sequence in the match involving a dive to the outside. Vaquer was moving better by the end of the night, but her status continues to be closely monitored. Any further updates will be provided as they become available. Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. Sami Zayn's recent rise in WWE booking has become a growing point of debate, and that conversation has now moved beyond fan reaction. According to multiple wrestling news reports, there has been internal frustration within WWE Creative regarding Triple H's handling of Zayn's push. Although no concerns were publicly expressed, there has reportedly been internal hesitation surrounding the direction. That same discussion has now been echoed publicly by former WWE personalities who questioned whether Zayn was the right candidate to be positioned so prominently in the title picture. On the Coach and Bro show, Vince Russo and Jonathan Coachman openly debated whether Zayn's current push aligns with believable long-term storytelling. The conversation focused on Zayn's recent Fatal 4-Way victory in Montreal, which immediately placed him into a high-profile Royal Rumble program against Drew McIntyre. Coachman outlined how WWE leaned heavily into regional and cultural connections to amplify crowd reactions, but questioned whether the company was prioritizing short-term audience response over logical consistency. Russo framed the issue as a larger pattern of favoritism. He argued that Zayn's booking history, defined by significant losses mixed with the occasional major win, most notably his victory over Gunther, has created a credibility gap. From Russo's perspective, casual viewers are now being asked to accept Zayn as a realistic threat to McIntyre, despite the clear physical disparity, which he believes undermines wrestling's sense of realism. Coachman agreed and tied the criticism to traditional wrestling psychology. While acknowledging the emotional response Zayn received in Montreal, he questioned whether that momentum logically translates to other international markets. He also pointed to inconsistencies in how Zayn's identity is framed depending on location, suggesting the character lacks a clearly defined presentation. Later in the discussion, Russo clarified that his criticism was not personal. He emphasized that his concerns were directed strictly at creative decision-making, not Zayn as an individual. "Hey man, when you're Triple H's boy, you could be everything and anything. Man, it's really that simple. Can I issue a serious question? I'm asking you a serious question. Guys, I'm being dead serious. Please understand this is not personal. I don't know the dude. I know he's got a wife. I know he's got a kid. He's probably a great husband and father. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying." Coachman admitted he struggled to find a counter-argument. Drawing from his own experience, he explained that WWE historically placed heavy emphasis on appearance and physical presence when defining main event stars. He suggested that Zayn's presentation has not evolved to match his current positioning and questioned whether WWE leadership is pushing him to adapt. Coachman further speculated that WWE may still be relying on an underdog narrative that no longer fits Zayn's stage of career, arguing that the concept has lost its effectiveness. Russo echoed that sentiment, characterizing Zayn as a dependable performer rather than a believable centerpiece attraction. The discussion concluded with both men expressing concern over what they see as WWE's unwillingness to adjust its creative direction. While Zayn continues to receive strong crowd reactions, Russo and Coachman agreed that unresolved issues surrounding realism, presentation, and long-term consistency could continue to follow him. As Zayn remains positioned near the top of the card heading into the Royal Rumble, the debate over whether WWE adjusts course or fully commits to this direction remains open and increasingly difficult to ignore. What do you think about the criticism surrounding Sami Zayn's current booking? Share your thoughts below. Tensions between Andrade El Idolo and AEW World Champion MJF escalated quickly this week, and the exchange moved well beyond standard championship trash talk. On July 24th, AEW shared footage from AEW Collision showing Andrade making it clear that he has his sights set on the AEW World Championship. The moment was amplified when AEW's official social media account framed the clip around Andrade's championship ambitions. That prompted an immediate response from MJF, who dismissed the challenge in the replies. "This chump better be talking about a different AEW World Championship." Andrade fired back without hesitation, directly confirming that MJF was the target, while also taking the exchange into personal territory. "Idiota, I'm talking about your championship. Now that I'm going to be the next champion, you'll thank me because you'll be able to go on your honeymoon. Your wife deserves it. Give her the respect she deserves. You need to be a man. #macho, #gallon like me." The reference to a honeymoon was pointed. MJF's wife Felicia Atout has previously acknowledged on social media that the two have yet to take their honeymoon, making Andrade's remark feel intentionally specific rather than generic banter. MJF responded with a brief but loaded reply, "You sure you want to bring up marriage, hombre?" The line carried clear, real-world context, referencing Andrade's past marriage to Charlotte Flair, which ended publicly in early 2025. What began as a championship tease quickly shifted into a personal exchange, blending storyline ambition with real-life history. With tensions already running this high on social media, any eventual in-ring confrontation between Andrade and MJF would arrive with an added layer of intensity beyond the title picture. How do you see this playing out? Should AEW lean into the personal edge, or keep the rivalry focused strictly on the championship? Spoiler warning, fans who want to go into the 2026 Royal Rumble completely unspoiled may want to skip the next few moments. On January 27th, a video surfaced online showing WWE conducting stage lighting and screen tests inside the MC2 section of the arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia ahead of the January 31st premium live event. During the production run-through, Nikki Bella's entrance theme could be heard playing over the arena speakers. Bella has not appeared on WWE television since the December 29, 2025 episode of Monday Night Raw, where she competed in a triple threat match against Stephanie Vaquer and Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's World Championship. Since that night, she has remained off-screen, with no storyline developments or announced plans leading into Royal Rumble weekend. The use of her theme music during arena setup has fueled speculation that Bella could be planned for a surprise return during the Women's Royal Rumble match. As of now, 17 women have officially declared for the match, and Bella is not among them, leaving open the possibility that her involvement, if any, is being kept under wraps. Do you think Nikki Bella makes a surprise return in the Women's Royal Rumble? And if she does, how impactful do you expect her run to be? Share your thoughts below. A new report may have revealed the planned release window for WWE 2K26. According to a report from Dead Labs magazine by Bill Kuhn, WWE 2K26 is targeting a March 13, 2026 release date. While the date has not officially been confirmed by WWE or 2K, it would align with the franchise's usual strategy of releasing during WrestleMania season. The same report states that the game is expected to release on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch 2, and PC. At this time, there is no confirmation on whether the last generation platforms, such as PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, will be supported. An official announcement is reportedly expected by Friday, January 30th, with pre-orders set to go live the same day. The report also outlines 3 special editions that have already been internally confirmed: Attitude Era Edition, Monday Night War Edition, and King of Kings Edition featuring Triple H. The Standard Edition cover star has not yet been revealed, however the report notes that CM Punk is being strongly linked to this year's Showcase mode. According to the report, Punk is reportedly set to be the centerpiece of this year's Showcase mode, which traditionally allows players to relive a superstar's career through curated matches and story-driven presentation. As with all early leaks, none of the information has been officially confirmed. However, with an announcement reportedly imminent, clearer details about WWE 2K26 may not be far away. The criminal case involving former WWE wrestler Ted Dibiase Jr. has been temporarily paused as court proceedings remain unresolved. According to PW Insider, Dibiase Jr.'s trial has been halted until February 22nd following a motion requesting a mistrial. The request was filed after Dibiase Jr.'s attorney suffered a medical emergency and is currently unable to continue representing him. The court acknowledged the situation and opted to pause the trial rather than proceed without proper legal representation. In its ruling, the court stated that proceedings will remain on hold through February 22nd. If Dibiase Jr.'s attorney is still unable to return by that date, the pause allows Dibiase Jr. time to explore alternative legal options, including securing new counsel. The case is connected to Mississippi's ongoing welfare fraud scandal, which involves more than $77 million in federal funds. Prosecutors allege that money intended to assist low-income residents was improperly diverted to former athletes, wrestlers, and nonprofit organizations instead of reaching its intended recipients. With the trial now paused, several questions surrounding the case remain unanswered. If convicted, Dibiase Jr. could face around 40 to 45 years of prison time, but no further court action is expected until proceedings resume later this month. Aaron Stevens has officially re-signed with the National Wrestling Alliance, committing to another 2 years with the promotion that played a major role in his post-WWE resurgence. The former Damien Sandow confirmed the news during an appearance on Inside the Ring, effectively shutting down speculation about a potential return to WWE, AEW, or TNA wrestling in the near future. When asked directly whether he would entertain a call from any major company, Stevens made it clear that door is closed for now. "Well, I can't really. I mean, I just signed a new 2-year deal with TNA. So yeah, if they called me, they'd have to call Billy. Call Billy, call Billy. Since departing WWE in 2016, Stevens has carved out a distinct second chapter in the NWA. From 2019 to 2022, he became one of the defining personalities of the Power era, blending old-school studio wrestling, theatrical promos, and absurdist comedy to reinvent himself as a self-proclaimed wrestling genius. The character struck a chord during the promotion's revival and helped solidify his place as a cornerstone of the modern NWA identity. With the new deal locked in, Stevens is doubling down on his commitment to the brand and making it clear that any outside interest would have to go through NWA owner Billy Corgan first. Are you glad Aron Stevens is sticking with the NWA, or would you like to see him return to a bigger stage one day? WWE once came close to reviving Tough Enough with a major twist, an all-female edition designed to reward a full-time contract to a new diva. That detail was revealed by NWA Women's Tag Team Champion Valentina Rossi during a recent interview on the Wrestling Classic. Rossi shared that she was involved in casting for a WWE-backed reality competition that ultimately never made it to air. According to Rossi, the concept closely mirrored Tough Enough, but featured only female competitors. The winner of the season would have earned a WWE Divas contract, similar to how past versions of the show helped launch careers such as The Miz. So then I saw this casting call for a reality show, and it was through WWE. It never ended up happening, but it was kind of like Tough Enough, except it was all females, and it was a competition show, and whoever made it to the end won a Divas contract, and I was like, oh man, that's gonna be so cool. Rossi said that she progressed through the entire casting process before learning that the project had been scrapped shortly before filming was set to begin. WWE's Tough Enough franchise has remained dormant since 2015, and Rossi's account suggests the company came closer than previously known to reviving the concept, albeit in a reimagined form. Ultimately, the project was shelved before reaching production. Would you have been interested in an all-female version of Tough Enough, or do you think WWE has moved past the reality competition format? As we had more news to cover, we've shifted our NXT review to our 5:30 p.m. Eastern video. Please check that update there. Don't miss our next video coming at 5:30 p.m. Eastern with all the latest wrestling updates. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.